Hello everybody and welcome back to another of my Pico card. In this Pico card, we're going to find out how is your life in 5 years from now, your 5 years prediction. I want you guys to focus and concentrate and choose between deck number 1, which is rose quartz, if you guys like to pick a crystal. Group number 2, identify with lapislazuli. Group number 3, the tiger eye. And group number 4, black tourmaline. Pause the video if you need. The timestamps are in the info box down below. Take your time, take a deep breath, and let's find out together your 5 years prediction. How your life is gonna look like in 5 years from now. Obviously, keep in mind that this is a general reading. Therefore, some messages are going to resonate with you. Some others maybe are not. The message needs to be for the people who resonates with this message. For private reading, the link is down below. If something doesn't resonate, don't even worry about it. You can choose another pile or you can just let it fly. So I'm going to move ahead for those of you guys who choose pile number 1, rose quartz. Your 5 years prediction. How your life is going to look like in 5 years from now. All right, group number 1, let's find out together how your life is going to look like in 5 years from now. You have chosen rose quartz. As a first card, we have Pisces, the High Priestess. Very, very interesting. Immediately, what I am seeing from this pile is that you guys are going to be incredibly knowledgeable and incredibly wise. You probably already are. But what do I mean you're going to be in 5 years from now? In 5 years from now, people are going to recognize you as the High Priestess. Who is the High Priestess? The High Priestess is Pisces, first of all. So she's connected to the 12th house. She's connected with psychic abilities, with her feminine energy, and with incredible intuition. She's always in tune with the moon cycles, with the cycles of Earth, as well as the cycles of the universe. She is the expression of as above, so below. She knows that we are humans, but at the same time, we are infinite beings having a human experience. She's also a symbol of the moon, femininity, star seeds for some of you. But so how that does translate in 5 years from now? You're going to be recognized as to be a prophet, a paetia, or we could say in ancient Greek, or you could have been recognized as a really good tarot reader or psychic, or simply as a poetess, as a writer, as a knowledgeable, wise person. Now, obviously, this can be translated into so many things, so fit the message where it needs to fit and according to your own skills and talents. But one thing is sure, in 5 years from now, your success will come from your feminine energy, regardless of the gender you identify with, but definitely through the allowance of the moment, which is primarily embodied into feminine energy, to the rise of femininity that you are going to witness in the world, in especially 5 years from now, and through also your capacity to channel or have psychic abilities, or perhaps having incredible wisdom. These capacities are going to be recognized, and you're going to see an evolvement of these capacities also in 5 years from now. For some of you, also the High Priestess could indicate like rejoining with an incredible cause that you cherish, and you're going to be the leader of this cause. But I don't see you as being very aggressively about it, but this is going to be like a gradual step-by-step recognition that comes from you being able to follow in your guidance, therefore your inner guidance system, more than you trying to push for a certain outcome. This is a recognition, group number 1, that will come from your unconditional loving presence and witnessing of the present moment, and also gratitude for the present moment. You're going to get recognized because you had the patience to follow this inner guidance system, appreciating every step of the way. So perhaps if you're studying at university or college, you're studying at school, you know that you're incredibly wise, or you're utilizing moreover psychic abilities. Don't worry about it. Keep being on your path, because I do definitely see that you're going to become an important leader for feminine energy, especially also because of this incredible wisdom and because of your capacity. I'm also seeing, in fact, that with the Nine of Pentacles, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, that there is a lot of emphasis in sensitivity and emotion for you, group number 1. With the Nine of Cups, this tells me about manifestation. This tells me about celebration, desires being fulfilled, and abundance of all kind. The Nine of Cups, it can be interpreted, by the way, if you want to know how to become psychic and read tarot, I have an e-course down below called You're the Oracle. But regardless of that, the Nine of Pentacles is considered the little minor arcana for the Star card. So for me, this indicates that you guys are going to be incredibly abundant and incredibly recognized, or maybe with the High Priestess, because you have been following step by step your inner guidance system, being grateful and appreciative also of the present moment. The universe is going to reward you greatly in 5 years from now. So also this tells me, since this is a general reading, that generally speaking, whatever it is your present desire, if you are going to capitalize on your inner wisdom, well, definitely your inner and more cherished desires are going to come true in 5 years from now. So in 5 years from now, with this Nine of Cups, I see a lot of people getting involved with you, a lot of recognition, but to be honest, emotional abundance, emotional independence as well, financial independence, and wish fulfillment, pretty much. Now I'm also seeing the card of letting go. Walk away from the situation in order to resolve it. So this card tells me right away that potentially for you, group number 1, you kind of feel frustrated in the present moment that some of your manifestations are not coming true, or perhaps you're not getting the recognition that you want, or maybe for some others of you, you feel almost like the world is at chaos and the world is not ready to acknowledge your intuition, to acknowledge your wisdom or your psychic abilities, or whatever else that you're doing. But the reality of the story is that, especially for people who are rising sign in Pisces or identify in a way or another with the sign of Pisces, you probably know that you always are a trendsetter. You always are coming before other people. And this can be sometimes a downfall, because you always have to wait for people to be ready, and you're always the one that kind of like acts like a prophet and always says things before even people can resonate with it. And obviously with this let go card, group number 1, you kind of feel frustrated about it. But here's the thing, the universe wants you to know through this message, don't worry about it. Be appreciative of your wisdom, be appreciative of your psychic abilities, of your capacity. Everything will make sense in time. For the moment, just take it step by step, even though I know it's kind of hard and kind of a bummer to hear this, but trust me, let go of it, because through letting go in this present moment, through surrendering, you are understanding your perfect feminine ways, which are, in other words, the ways of allowance. So through allowing the moment to be what it is, you are allowing your fulfillment, you are allowing your destiny to come into fruition. And in 5 years from now, you will remember these words and be like, I am so happy I let go. I am so happy I surrender to the moment. Because through surrendering and appreciation of the present, I realized I didn't have to be somewhere different. I realized I didn't have to be different from who am I. It's just that things sometimes take a while to be manifested. But that doesn't mean that I'm manifesting wrong. That doesn't mean that I am thinking negative. That only means that I had to let go of it. And in 5 years from now, you will cherish this experience as a great, profound realization that most likely, group number 1, you're gonna also be able to teach others. And what an incredible teaching is to surrender and have faith. You are learning this now, and you will capitalize on this wisdom in order to teach others as well, especially because I am seeing the High Priestess. Now, I also have to mention this for you guys, so take it as it resonates with you, group number 1. But with the let go card, this tells me that probably in the present moment, you will have to let go of something, maybe of a way of doing things, a behavior, a pattern. You will have to improve the way you communicate. I really feel that your manifestation didn't come yet into fruition because you're still learning a lot about yourself and others. And also, you are in this practice ground. You are practicing, you are polishing your art, your way of communicating, and therefore you know that there are some modalities that you will have to let go in this 5 years. And it is okay, it is perfect and in divine timing, and it will all happen gradually and naturally. So I want you to know, group number 1, to not be afraid if some friends or some things are going to go away from your life, but especially I'm picking up it's a modality of things, maybe a platform, maybe a way of doing things or presenting yourself to the world. However is going to resonate with you, the angels are supporting you and they want you to know that everything is happening in perfect timing. And also this letting go process, it's going to be for the best, especially emphasized by this 9 of Cups. Why I'm saying that? I am seeing a beautiful cards for you. The card of Lakshmi, bright future. Lakshmi is the Hindu goddess of abundance. She is so beautiful. She also the symbol of brides. Every time that a bride enters a Hindu family, they're saying the Lakshmi is entering the family, bringing abundance to the family. This could also symbolize that if you guys are single, in 5 years from now, you could be married or with a soulmate. Or maybe if you are already married or with a soulmate, you have a bright future with this individual and you're really working and functioning as a beautiful feminine Lakshmi. With the Lakshmi card, no matter what are your conditions in the present moment, stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. It's going to be more than fine. You're going to see incredible abundance, which is your destiny. And all of the things that you had to let go of in this present moment, they're going to be just, things and blocks moving away from your life, leading you exactly where you need to be. I'm hearing such a positive vibe from this pile group from number 1. A pile of really unconditional love, bright future, abundance, successful relationships, successful projects. It is all about allowing the moment to be and following your inner guidance system. Now, possibly you are also in 5 years from now are going to let go of a lot of fears, and that is why probably I was channeling the word healing. There is a lot of healing that you're doing at this present moment. That's why Lakshmi is with you, assuring you that there's indeed nothing to worry about. And again, the things that you're letting go are for the better, whatever those things might be. Potentially are also parts of yourself that you're letting go. But all of these fears that you're having are only things that are showing you contrast and showing you who you really want to be and what is the right modality for you in order to achieve your goals, wishes, and desires. Obviously, this can resonate for you for love, career, or any aspects or area of your life. But definitely I am picking up that in 5 years from now, you are going to release of a lot of fears and you're going to heal. And that is why you're going to be able to witness of all this bright future and abundance available for you. I'm also seeing that in 5 years from now, a lot of the confusion that you are undergoing, perhaps you're dealing with the dark night of the soul or you're dealing with a Saturn return, however it is for you, the confusion that you're hearing in your mind is going to cease. You're going to feel much more in peace with your life and you are going to be able to discern much more clarity. That's why you are going to function as a high priestess, because you are going to teach others what you have learned through these difficult times. It's a really beautiful evolution what I am seeing for you, group number 1. Remember that in present moment, there cannot be answers in the midst of a confusing thoughts. Stay quiet. It's not time for action. So again, another emphasis for you, group number 1, on the fact that if things are not working out, it's simply because it's not time for harvest. But that doesn't mean that it won't ever be time for harvest. It will be. Everything will be built step by step. So for the moment, pause your mind, still your consciousness, practice yoga perhaps or meditation, ground yourself in the present moment with appreciation and let go, because beautiful things are about to come true in 5 years from now, and they all have to do with you having a wisdom and teaching role, feeling finally that you can resonate with the people that you're teaching this spiritual knowledge with the High Priestess card, and feeling incredibly fulfilled in your relationship or perhaps career projects. It's just that it's gonna come step by step, gradually, in 5 years from now. I'm also seeing, in fact, the card of the spirit of the white crow. You have to trust in magic. With the spirit of the white crow, this tells me again that you guys come always before others. You're trendsetters. You probably a 12th house very much activated, and therefore you're able to perceive that time is only an illusion, and present, future, or past are overlapping in the system. You are able to see the future, whether this is on a traditional psychic point of view, or maybe you're just an influencer, a trendsetter of some sort. You know, these pico cards are general, like I said before. Therefore, don't feel discouraged if what you're saying doesn't find basis in the present moment, or rather doesn't find resonance in the present moment. You are building the ground, and then later on people will come. It's just a matter of time. Think about even spiritual teachers or channelers such as Leah Gillette channeling Theo. She wrote about the fourth and fifth dimension in the 60s when people weren't really ready about it. But then look at her now. She's having a wonderful time, and she's being the mentor of Abraham Hicks. I mean, she needed time in order for people to be able to resonate with her message. And this is only like one particular example, but we could make many. You are a special and unique incarnation and expression of source. Don't bond to how other people want you to be, or what is the general identification of spirituality for other people, or what the new age community is doing. It doesn't matter. Be truthful to who you are. Allow the present moment to be what it is. People in time are going to recognize your knowledge. Stay true to yourself. You have a bright future in 5 years from now. And if you put everything into perspective and you're able to see the perspective at least of your soul, you're going to also understand that 5 years is not a long time, and you definitely have a bright future. Now, I'm also seeing the truth card, number 11. This is a sign from the universe, and indeed you are on the right path. You're going to have that relationship. Your marriage is going to be long term. If you guys have clicked on this video for love, or maybe for both love and career, you are going to be how you want yourself to be. Just give yourself time and stick with your truth. I'm going to read this card for you guys. This is the Stone Age Temple, a portal of consciousness, and the world within the portal of consciousness. You will have access with your wisdom to your inner being. This is better than any other identification with a label of a community. You have identification with the truth of the universe. Stick to that truth, and you will see that abundance will be your natural state of being. I'm going to read this card for you guys. Are you living your truth, group number 1? Your being is like a spirit lodge. Within this sacred place is your realization and the divine light of your creation. Live in your spirit, group number 1. Live in your lodge, surrounded by peace and joy. Outside your lodge is the great wilderness where the rest of the world lives. That wilderness can become a battleground stained with the blood of ignorance and earthly pain. To have lasting power in the world, you must earn the trust of those around you. Most people live without a sacred place within, without a spirit lodge, and they do not know how to enter the spirit lodge of others. Live within your sacred truth. And I will add, and others will come when the time will be ready. Don't worry about it. Stick to your truth. Great abundance is coming to you in only 5 years from now. You're a very special, unique being, and you should emanate your light to others in your own unique, special way. This is what I see for you, group number 1. I hope the reading resonated with you. If you want to comment down below, I will highly love to hear your stories. Share, like, and subscribe to have more spiritual videos and so much more that I upload on this channel. And thank you so much for choosing me as your reader today. Bye. Okay, let's move on. For those of you guys who choose lapislazuli, group number 2, what are your 5-year prediction? Where are you going to be? How you're going to be in 5 years from now? Let's find out together. All right, group number 2. Okay, we have the 5 of swords. So Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Currently, in the present moment, you feel left out in the cold. you feel that nothing is going your way, you feel somehow even hopeful, but you always feel like other people are doing better than you. And possibly group number 2, you also feel confused, even though there is a part of yourself that is like, I get it, like I have this vision, I know what I want to do. With the lapislazuli especially, this tells me that you might have even psychic abilities, or you're definitely mingling in tarot reading of psychic abilities. You kind of know, but at the same time, it's almost like you are always feeling defeated. There is always someone else doing better than you. And this comparison mode is really bringing you down vibrationally. Well, it's not going to be like this for a very long time. You just have to shift your energy and capitalize and prioritize on your vibration, which means, in other words, group number 2, you have to ask yourself, how do I feel? And when you understand for real, with honesty, how do you feel, you can do something to improve it. And comparison is the killing of any soul, because in actuality, we are all equal to each other in our own unique and wonderful variety, especially on this planet. Your contribution is so unique and precious that cannot be compared to anyone else. And seriously, you cannot compare the chapter 1 or even 20 of you with chapter 50 of someone else. You just don't know. And it's a losing battle, lose-to-lose situation. You want to live instead in a win-to-win situation. So if you are going to be able to access to the energy that will shift you to a different perspective, I am definitely seeing actually that the universe wants to bring you rewards and wants to bring you a gift. The 6 of Pentacles. Life is a give and take. What you give, it's what you're going to get back. And most of the time, people misunderstand this concept of vibration with a material thing. I give more, let's say an example, stupid example of YouTube, but I give more videos, therefore I have more recognition, or I give more to others, I give more money, therefore I'm going to be more abundant. But actually, this can be true to some extent, but at the same time, the universe doesn't really revolve around what you do in terms of action, but revolves around what do you do in terms of vibration. Therefore, sometimes it's not true that the more you work, the more you have. Actually, most of the time, unfortunately, and sadly enough for a lot of people, the truth is the contrary. The less you do, the more you have. So how is that working? Because isn't that really fair? Well, you have to understand that from the perspective of the universe. The universe doesn't really judge something as to be fair or unfair because it's not human, but actually says, well, it's about vibration. If you are giving with a vibration of love and joy and abundance, you can give how much you want and you're going to have so much back. If you give a little with joy and abundance, you're going to have back tons of joy and abundance. Believe it or not, this is real. Then there are other shades and facets about human experience, like soul choice, soul contracts, and sometimes challenging times that expands our consciousness. It's a long conversation. But at the same time, the message that you need to hear is don't compare yourself. Stop to push a particular result, but rather allow the universe to make you understand the lesson of give and take, the vibrational lesson of give and take. I even said it in my e-course, Co-Creating Your Reality. When people will understand how to work energies and vibration, they will speak the language of the universe. And the language of the universe is vibration that is translated into numbers and then into music. In fact, music, it's embodied in numbers, but is also embodied in vibration. The language of the universe is vibration. Therefore, your language as well. If you can understand this law of give and take, in 5 years from now, the universe will allow you to access gifts, opportunities, and abundance that you are kind of resisting right now in the present moment, group number 5. You're doing also for healing, also for soul contract and for an experience. But remember, the universe wants to bring you a gift. It's about time, actually, that you understand with the 6 of Pentacles the lesson of give and take. Now, how do you understand that? Well, first of all, it's time to decide, the angels are saying. You have the capacity and the free will to decide now. Make a decision based on your heart's true desire. I have a video, if you guys want to check it out, here on my channel. You just have to scroll within the video, so literally just Google. It's called Pick a Card, Your Future. In that video, I explain how the future works. Being a psychic since I was a child, I have access to the fifth dimension, which is the dimensions of possibilities since I can remember. And I know how tangible that reality is, that dimension is. In other simple words, when you are entering the prediction of the future, the fifth dimension, you are entering a thought form dimension, a dimension that it's not physical, but it's ruled by your thought. So if you can perceive a dimension that it's only ruled by your thought, it's somehow similar to your dream state. In your dream state, your body is not really moving, but at the same time, you are. At some point, your thoughts are moving and creating images and vision, and you can go from one place to another without even moving your body. That is the fifth dimension. When you enter that reality, you can understand that every single vibration that you're holding in the present moment, every single choice that you have made have millions of outlets and possibility and possible outcomes. A bit like the movie Sliding Doors. Therefore, your 5-year prediction will depend on the decision that you will make in the present moment. We can stay here in this pick a card for hours, sulking and pinpointing each and every single outcomes. But the reality of the story is that you, group number 2, you have the possibility right now to change your destiny, and therefore to change and to see the possible outcomes in 5 years from now. I'm going to tell you, if you're going, and I'm sorry because I'm very straightforward, but this is on my style, but I'm telling you, if you're going to stay in an energy where you're going to compare yourself to others and feel defeated, well, that is the energy that you're giving back to the universe. It's not going to be that pleasant in 5 years from now. But good news is you can change this. If you're going to believe in yourself, if you're going to give a vibration of joy and a positive attitude as much as possible. I'm not saying that you have to force positivity necessarily, but if you're going to be a little bit of a cheerleader of yourself, believing in what you putting out, believing that you're not separated from that abundance and opportunities of the universe, if you will decide now what matters to you and what you really want to do, be clear with yourself, 5 years from now, gifts and opportunities from the universe are going to shower to you. This is the time, group number 2, where you are deciding your future. And this is better than any prediction, because for each and every individual of you watching this video, there is a different outcome. There is a different story. And guess what? The director and the beautiful writer of this story, it's not me doing the pick a card for you. Is you. So it's time that you decide what matters to you. Comment down below. Let me know. Decide it now. Be clear with yourself. I want to be abundant. I want to have opportunities. I want to have love. I want to have a family. I want to be a millionaire. Whatever it is, don't be afraid to choose it and claim it with the universe. And then the only thing that you will have to do is aligning energetically to that sensation. This is your prediction. This is your 5 years prediction. It's very powerful in my opinion. But I have more. What I have more? Okay, let me tell you the bad news, or rather, the lesson type of thing. Well, I see the separation card. So the separation card is kind of where we started, the 5 of Swords. So I'm going to be kind of fast around this. Well, you have to stop feeling separated from that abundance, whether this is about love, your past relationship, what you have been going through in your past, friendship that didn't work out, whatever this comparison mode for you is. It doesn't matter. You guys are so many, so fit the message where it needs to fit. But group number 2, this is time where you realize that you're not separated from your dreams. You're not separated from what matters to you. And sure, you can be humble about it. Humble is a value. It's a quality. Keep it. But at the same time, don't feel separated from your destiny. in 5 years from now, separation is going to stop. You're going to feel united with your purpose, united with opportunities, united with the lover. Only if, I'm going to be very honest, group number 2, if you decide now that you don't want to feel separate anymore. And also this comparison mode, this 5 of swords, this feeling defeated tells me that you do feel separated from abundance, because every time that you're recognizing into others a quality, you are recognizing within yourself, really. But if you are recognizing that quality within others and then you're saying, oh, I'm not good enough, well, you're not accessing that. But we are one. When you're saying to somebody that is so good at doing something, you're also acknowledging that within yourself, believe it or not. Allow that to happen. Allow yourself to decide that it is okay to believe in yourself, group number 2. Now, I'm also seeing that you, if you believe only, obviously, in past life, you have a past life in Atlantis. So in 5 years from now, you have the opportunity to really use technology for your advance. So even though you might feel separate a little bit from this reality and from the way people use technology, to be honest with you, group number 2, I really feel that technology is part of your purpose, and you will definitely utilize wisdom and technology to your advance. Maybe even doing a YouTube channel for some of you. I don't know how it's gonna play out, but definitely I am seeing that you are incredibly wise. The inner wisdom, you know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. So group number 2, you must know that your inner wisdom is trying to make you decide what is best for you. And you do know, group number 2, that you do not need prediction. You know deep down within yourself what is right for you. It's just a matter for you to decide. And also, I am seeing, in fact, that in 5 years from now, we have the spirit of the lizard. Now, the lizard is not a bad animal, and I just don't like when people think that the lizard is a bad animal. But the spirit of the lizard tells that you can create the world that you dream of. Therefore, if you're going to make a very bold and strong decision to believe in yourself and not feeling separated from your dreams, doesn't matter how wild and impossible you think they aren't. You can create magic in your world. And in 5 years from now, if you will make this decision right now in the present moment, you will see that even in your wildest dreams are probably going to come true. It's just up to you. And as the last card, I am seeing this beautiful mountains. So maybe there is some sort of like movement that I am seeing in 5 years from now. Probably you're going to relocate in a place where you resonate more. So I am seeing possibly a different country or a different situation. Your geographical place is going to change in 5 years from now. And this is also the card of harmony. So I'm going to read it for you guys. Harmony lives in the lodge of balance and involves equilibrium between the physical and spiritual aspects of your life. For there to be harmony, there must be balance. Imagine yourself as the hub of a sacred wheel, standing in the center. This wheel must function every day of your life. If you imagine that the south is your physical self, the west your emotional self, the north your spiritual self, and the east your mental self, you see that you stand in an ancient wheel of truth. Consider whether you spend as much time in the physical as you do in the spiritual. Are they balanced? Are they in harmony? Reflect whether you spend more time in your emotion than in your mind. Adjust your daily life by being aware of your actions and behavior patterns to incorporate equal effort in all the directions so that your will function in perfect harmony. Now, this card tells me again that you can co-create your own reality. It's just a matter of choice. So where are you going to be 5 years from now? I am sorry, group number 2, it's not a straightforward answer. The answer relies in what you know, in your dreams, hopes, and wishes. Are you able to claim them today? Well done if you are, because you're going to get it. This is where I'm seeing you're going to be in 5 years from now. So it's just about clarity. It's just about accessing that inner wisdom, knowing that you can do it, bringing balance to all the aspects of yourself, vibrationally first and foremost, and then be ready with the spirit of the lizard, because you are creating the world that you imagine. All right, this is what I see for you, group number 2. I hope the reading makes sense. If you want a private reading, link is down below. Share, like, and subscribe to have more videos like this and so much more that I upload on this channel. And comment, because I always love to hear your stories. Thank you. All right, let's move on for those of you guys who choose pile number 3, the tiger eye. How you're gonna be in 5 years from now. This is your 5 years prediction. Let's find out together, tiger eye. All right, well, we have very interesting 2 major arcana. First of all, we have the Judgment card. The Judgment card tells me that in 5 years from now, group number 3, tiger eye, oddly enough, you're gonna be at the edge of your success or successful life, whether this is in love, on career, or both possibly. And you're going to really be renewed. I feel that in 5 years from now, group number 3, you're going to be very different from from how you are right now. Maybe you're even going to revamp your look. You're just going to have a different aura about you. You're going to be in a different city, in a different situation, doing even possibly a different job. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to give up now everything that you're doing. I'm not saying that. Let it be natural. I feel your soul is intuitively guide you where you need to be, and you really don't have to put that much of an effort in order to see this 5 years from now fulfilled. But with the Judgment card, I feel that if you have felt especially a lot of injustices when it comes down to your recognition, your career, your love life, whatever it is for you, in 5 years from now, I see a lot of peaceful resolution taking place. Maybe a marriage being successful, maybe you going back to a much more understanding of your past and your wounds. If you had a divorce, you're going to have a peaceful resolution about it. Or maybe in career, you're going to understand that everything was a practice and you have understood a lot about your career and your job. But at the same time, in 5 years from now, the situation, it's going to be so transformed that it's just going to be different. You're going to feel like completely renewed, completely like now in 5 years from now, you're going to feel I am ready and I'm finally ready to be in the right path. That you are going to feel like completely connected and in alignment with the right path for you. And it might be that, okay, it takes a while to get in 5 years from now, but this is going to be extremely liberating for you. And for me, group number 3, it's kind of happening naturally and organically because you're so strong and fierce, and you just know, you internally know, you have this beautiful inner compass that is your intuition that you are guiding that you are following as a guide that is really leading you to this great edging point, if we can call it in that way. Now, I'm also seeing, in fact, the Empress card. In 5 years from now, you're going to be very abundant and very successful. The Empress card it's number 3. So first and foremost, it talks about creativity. If you guys are very creative or you are artists, I definitely do see you succeed with the Empress card. Possibly also, I'm seeing that you guys are going to be very financially well off and very independent. You're going to have like a beautiful home, and it's really well deserved. I feel that if you are an artist or not, but whatever is going to be your great accomplishment with the Empress card, people are going to acknowledge it and recognize it as, oh, that person really deserves it. That person is really an empress. Like, that person is not a gold digger. That person is really like, didn't use anybody to get there, or they didn't use any shortcut. They weren't lucky. They deserve it. And this is especially emphasized from the Judgment card, because the Judgment card talks about rising from the ashes. You probably recently, or even in your past, you had a lot of challenges to go through, especially in your workplace. People might not have believed in you as much as you wanted to. A lot of unfair situation, a lot of turmoil when it comes down to love. But then in 5 years from now, with the Empress card, you're really going to be successful. You're really going to be recognized. You're really going to shine. And it's going to come from a place of real truthful recognition and truthful ownership of what you have earned, if it makes any sense, which might include also financial abundance. Now, with the Empress card also, for those of you guys who are interested, I am definitely seeing that you could be pregnant in 5 years from now or having babies if you guys want to become mothers. I definitely see that possible for you guys. But I'm seeing that you guys are incredibly strong and incredibly independent. I'm also seeing that in 5 years from now, you're going to take a lot of trains or a lot of airplanes. I feel that your work or your life situation, it's going to involve a lot of traveling, which I'm sure you're excited to do, because right now it feels for you that it kind of sucks to be kind of in a stagnant situation where you don't have the money or neither the possibility to travel. I feel in 5 years from now, everything is going to change. You're going to be so incredibly successful and you're going to be traveling the world with your job, and maybe also for some of you with your family, bringing your words and spreading your words to a lot of people in different cultures. So you're going to have the money to travel and see beautiful places. So perhaps if you're seeing that type of lifestyles in other people, don't even worry about it. You're kind of like subconsciously already manifesting that. Like, source has acknowledged this desire, and in 5 years from now, I definitely see that happening for you. Now, I'm also seeing that you guys right now are in this practice ground, which is what I was saying before. You are basically polishing your skill and by practicing regularly. So even though you might not be in the incredible career field that you want to be, or maybe for some of you, you're not in that incredible relationship, or maybe you don't even have a relationship, whatever it is for you, because guys, this is a general reading, but you are basing the foundation right now for the future. So whatever it is that you're doing, even though it might not resonate with you 100%, don't worry about it, because you're practicing. You're practicing what is going to come. And in 5 years from now, I'm also seeing group number 3 that you're going to be so busy and so independent doing what you're doing and traveling around the world possibly, that it is good that right now you're practicing, because it doesn't matter how consciously you might feel and be like, oh, universe, but I'm ready. I can do it even now. But maybe if you do it now, you won't actually be ready. And your soul and the universe know better. So right now, take your time. You're practicing what it's going to come up next, which is a lot. It's a lot of abundance. It's a lot of traveling. It's a lot of being busy. So this is great for you. And I'm saying that also because I am seeing the card of divine timing. So everything is happening in divine timing. So if you want my honest opinion, group number 3, I really don't feel that you should worry too much. Like I said before, even though I might sound a little bit repetitive, things are really happening organically and naturally for you. I think that you're definitely on the right path, even though, again, you might not be in the incredible career field that you want, or whatever it is for you, you are in the right path. It's gonna happen. It's happening already energetically, and every step of the way is leading you exactly where you need to be, which is to become the Empress, which, by the way, the Empress doesn't need an emperor to rule. She's the freaking awesome Empress, and she's the Nefertari. The Nefertiti, she is the abundance. She is the ruler. You're definitely going to be on top of your game in 5 years from now. So it's just a matter of time. Allow divine timing to bring you exactly where you're meant to be, group number 3. And it's a place of incredible abundance and incredible independence, because I'm also seeing the card of Bast, the goddess. This tells me that you are connected with big cats and felines. You might be a big cat yourself, energetically in a way or another, and the goddess Bast, which is the goddess of music and love, is blessing you. So this means, in other words, that guys, if you feel not financially independent in the present moment, in 5 years from now, this is going to change drastically. You guys are going to be very rich, very abundant. Also, in 5 years from now, you're going to be in a successful relationship with Bast, full of love, because again, she's the goddess of love. Or perhaps your marriage if you're married, is a long-lasting marriage and you're gonna gain a lot of independence. Both of you fit the message where it needs to fit. Also with the Bass card, I'm hearing the message for you, group number 3, that if you guys are artists, like I said before, you're a musician, in 5 years from now, you're potentially going to become famous for some of you. Now, obviously, this is a general reading, but I do see that with the Judgment and the Empress card. She's kind of the star. I mean, number 3 is literally, in numerology, the star card. So I'm also seeing the spirit of the scarab. So with the scarab and bust, if you believe in past life, you guys might have been a queen or might have been in ancient Egypt, literally. But also with the scarab card, this tells me, group number 3, the magic is operating through you. So no matter what is going to be your career or your job, I feel honestly that you guys are destined to huge success. And in 5 years from now, it's just going to happen magically. You're going to be like one of those stories that is kind of like a legendary story. So enjoy it and practice your talents and your natural skills regularly, because you're going to see that in 5 years from now, are going to be ready to do it. Like, for example, I'm giving you this very simple example. When I had record deals with my band, and I basically recorded a song on my own, and I put it on YouTube, and after like not even a week, I got 9 record deals, and then it kind of blew up in my face. Now, I was in a metal band, so obviously I wasn't like a pop singer or anything like that. But for me, because I'm a huge metal lover, for me it was a big deal. And it just kind of blew up so much in my face when I had to record professionally. And it was so crazy because I was so young. I was 23, 24, 25, and I wasn't really ready to record anything professionally. I've never been in a studio. I never had musicians. I just didn't know what to do. And it was kind of hard. And I remember the first concerts that I did were a disaster. And they kind of like, it was bad because then I had to recoup later on with other labels. And I grew up and I did amazing albums with my bandmates. But if I would have waited a little longer and perhaps been more prepared and more mature artistically, I would have been better in those instances. So there is a reason why certain things happen in divine timing, because even having incredible success in your field at a young age, it's overrated, because you have to be ready. And how do you become ready? You become ready when you practice your skills and you polish your skills. So be grateful that the universe is operating magic through you, and be grateful that right now you're practicing and you have the time. So for example, if you are a musician and you're practicing right now, by the time that you're going to have an amazing, awesome record deal, you're just going to be ready in the studio. You're going to be ready with musician. You're not going to have to struggle learning things because you're so inexperienced. And this is something that personally I didn't have. I had to learn the street, like literally through concerts after concerts, how to behave, how to do interviews, how to do everything. And but you know, everybody has their own path. I feel that in 5 years from now, whatever is your job, whatever is your thing, you're gonna become much more, you're gonna be mature about it. You're gonna be ready for it, which is great in my opinion. As the last card, I have number 6, go with the flow. You are this incredible star, this incredible unique river, or actually I see you as the flower that is flowing in the river. Go with the flow. Divine timing is working for you at this time. Your success and the Empress card is definitely worth waiting for. So in 5 years from now, if you're going to be able to practice and polishing your skill regularly, and especially not putting pressure on yourself, but rather going with the flow, an incredible amount of abundance like this river is going to come through you, because again, magic with the scarab is operating through you. Now I'm going to read the card for you guys. The flower of your being begins to bloom when you move with the flow of life. This is a process of letting go, of moving your consciousness out of your mind and into your body mind, which is an inch or 2 below your navel. Feel your receptivity as you become still. Watch the river flow as if you were a mountain high above. Ain't no mountain high low, ain't no mountain high no. I don't know why I had that song in my mind. I apologize, I'm weird. Be serene, at ease, and totally within your power. Then let the waterfall of life work for you as you become like a twig carried on the surface of your rushing water. Become one with the river, dissolving the sense of mind and living totally in your instinctual nature. Let go and relax into the eternal flow. Exactly. This is exactly what you need to do. Let go and allow the natural flow of that beautiful river to bring your beautiful flower, which is you, is your talent, to the actual lake. It's gonna happen. And really, honestly, you don't have to do anything apart from going with the flow and working and polishing your skill regularly. So yeah, incredible magic abundance of success is coming for you in only 5 years from now. That is great for you, group number 3, that you had Tiger Eye. Comment down below to share your stories and talents, because I always love to connect with you guys. Share, like, and subscribe if you guys are new or you like this video, in order to support this channel and have so much more. And see you on the next one. Thank you so much for choosing me as your reader today. All right, let's move on. For those of you guys who choose group number 4, black tourmaline, where you're gonna be in 5 years from now. What are your 5 years prediction? Let's find out together. I'm so curious. All right, keeping in mind this is a general reading, and for private reading, the link is down below. Okay, so I am seeing the Knave of Pentacles, or actually known as the Page of Pentacles, Taurus. I don't know why I want to say Libra for some of you, and Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, but I don't know why I wanted to say Libra, so there you go. But with the Page of Pentacles, I am seeing that you guys, group number 4, you are going to be into something really new. You're kind of like, either is about something that Venus is ruling, therefore you feel that now the Venus is in retrograde by the time that you're watching this video. If you're watching what I'm posting, otherwise this pick-up card is timeless. I am picking up that you feel blocked in your creativity, but very soon you are not going to be. In 5 years from now, you're going to see that you're going to be in something completely new and exciting, and you just have to give it a bit of time. Now, I feel for you, group number 4, that this something new either revolves around something that Venus rules, or revolves around writing, like you are a creative writer. And in 5 years from now, your books are going to be published, because the Page of Pentacles in that particular card, as you guys can see it, is a scribe. So potentially also for those of you who believe in past lives, you potentially have a past life in ancient Egypt as a scribe. For those of you who don't believe in past life or not interested, I'm definitely seeing that creative writing could be your destiny and purpose in 5 years from now. Definitely, or beauty for some others of you, or anything that Venus rules. I'm definitely seeing that if you guys are thinking about changing hair color, I think you should go for a darker color than what you have right now. Just saying, the 5 years from now, you will go darker. Obviously, if you're already a black color, I mean, you're gonna become darker, or maybe you're gonna do it red. I don't know why. I'm completely random, so I apologize for that, group number 4. But this is your energy that I'm channeling, so that's kind of weird. But anyway, I am definitely seeing that you guys get bored very easily, and you talk a lot, you like to experience a lot of different things, you get excited very easily, and in 5 years from now, you're just going to be heading for the next adventure. This is what I'm picking up, which for me, for most of you, will include creative writing. Now, I'm also seeing with the Moon card that your creative writing comes either from channeling abilities, psychic abilities with the Moon card, or simply you are very good at accessing the world of imagination, which, by the way, I also have a pico card about tapping into your creativity. I have a video about that if you guys want to check it out. But with the Moon card, I also feel, and I also have a pico card about the Moon, how the Moon is influencing you, because I feel for you, group number 4, you got easily influenced by the movement of the Moon. For example, when there is a full moon in a particular sign, you always go and check the meaning of that, because for you, you just know that it's going to influence you immediately. So if you want to check out my Pico card about how the moon influencing you, I think you're going to gather also more information. But with the moon card, it really tells me that right now you feel that the future is kind of foggy. You really don't know what you want to do. You kind of do and you kind of don't. You are following a bit your intuition, a bit what psychic and astrology is saying, but at the same time, you feel kind of like you don't see it yet. It's kind of foggy, your future. But at the same time, I feel that the universe is trying to tell you that there is great wisdom in mystery. There is great wisdom in the fact for you, group number 4, that you don't know how and when things are going to unfold and how necessarily. But at the same time, it's through the access of this unknown with your mind, with your imagination, that you're going to be able to feel in this new adventure in 5 years from now. It's kind of mysterious. I know how you're feeling, but I definitely feel that your destiny in 5 years from now, it's about tapping into your imagination in a way or another. For some of you, it could even be a painter, because I forgot about that. But scribes were also painters. So that could be for some of you like an artist, illustrator, graphic designer, all of that. I'm old school. I say painter because I think I'm still living in the Renaissance, but anyway, anything modern as well that involves that. Now, I'm also seeing that you guys are also in 5 years from now going to definitely utilize technology, social media, the computer a lot. I mean, who doesn't really? But in 5 years from now, you could be like YouTuber creators, content creators, bloggers, author. I mean, you guys can see this angels tabbing on his computer and smiling in an airport. This is going to be you in 5 years from now. You're just going to vlog things, or I don't know, utilize your computer in an airport. So what I want to guys, I know I'm weird, but this is how I do my readings. It's because for you, what does it feel to be in an airport with your computer in 5 years from now? What image it gives into your mind? Comment down below if you may, because that is what you're gonna look like your future. And the image that you're gonna gather is gonna be different for a lot of you people, because for some of you, being in an airport with a computer might be that you guys are gonna become journalists. For some others of you, it might be that you guys are content creators. For some others of you, it could be that with your family, you're traveling and you're gonna have like, I don't know, incredible experiences with your future husband or wife. I don't know. Try to close your eyes right now and imagine yourself in 5 years from now sitting in an airport with a computer. What feelings, what sensation this is giving to you? That is your answer, which is much more personal than me telling you and spoiling you what is going to happen. For sure, I can bet that it's something that has to do with imagination in a way, form, or another. Now, I'm also seeing that you guys really are connected to a specific guardian angel or a specific angel, and you guys can feel his presence. And I feel that in 5 years from now, it's going to be even more clear for you who this guardian angel is. It could be also an animal, like a spirit animal. By the way, I have a meditation down below that you guys can download if you want to know who is your spirit animal. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. So I feel for you, group number 4, that you are protected in this lifetime because you're doing a mission that also involves helping other people. So with your imagination, you are helping and bringing light to others. That's why you are extremely protected. And I am definitely seeing that if you guys have been worried in the present for your loved ones, don't worry about it. Everybody is fine, and they're definitely going to be with you still in 5 years from now. This also tells me about present relationship perhaps. They're going to be for the long term. They're going to be there also in 5 years from now. So try to not get wrapped up by the phases of the moon and understand that your vision is going to come true. Don't get foggy about it. It's even if you don't see it as clear, it's going to come true. Try to write down how you feel. Utilize your skill and talent, because those are the ones that are really going to make you successful in 5 years from now. Now, it might very much be actually that you guys also are very connected with spirituality. So for example, if you're going to write something or you're going to do a content creation of some sort, potentially has to do with spirituality and religion. Even on an artistic point of view, let's say that you draw something or you're an illustration, you're going to do it with an eye to help the environment or to help other people, like in a spiritual way. And your connection to spirituality, especially with the moon card in a way or another, is what is granting this protection. Like the universe know, group number 4, that you are working as a service for others, possibly even as a humanitarian. Maybe you have the North Node in Aquarius, but I'm definitely seeing that you have this deep connection to the spirit, and that's why in 5 years from now, even this feeling of mysticism and mystery, it's not going to be there anymore, meaning you're going to be more authentic and more in tune with the spirit, and therefore you're just not gonna be and feel so confused. In 5 years from now, a lot of things are gonna make more sense, even spiritually speaking. But definitely you're a very spiritual person, and this is granting you this protection. So in the present moment, I feel that you have to connect more with your freedom. You have to understand that not everything is set in stone, and not because something has happened in the past has to define your present and neither your future. Be free, be more joyful, and understand that no, it doesn't matter what you're gonna do. You have free will and you can choose whatever you want. You just have to connect with your spirit. And you have to remember that freedom comes from within. And if you choose love, if you choose what matters to you, you're always going to be free. I'm definitely seeing that with this freedom card, and also I have the star card. You have to open yourself with the infinite possibilities of the universe, because I really feel that in the present moment you guys feel very stuck, like nothing is going on for you. But at the same time, in 5 years from now, this is gonna definitely and drastically change. You are gonna have a fulfilling life. You're gonna do the things that you want to do. You just have to free yourself from restricting and limiting belief systems, allow your guardian angels to communicate with you, and allowing your imagination to guide you in a spiritual way. And this is gonna free you, and through freeing you, you're also gonna help others. I know it's kind of strange, but this is the energy that I'm picking up. I'm also picking up as the last card, the card of wisdom. You guys have a profound wisdom. It's just that the way you go on about it is more creative than others. And I feel that because you are so wise and potentially you are either a starseed or an old soul, you guys also simplify a lot your teachings or simplify a lot the things that you do. So for you, teaching wisdom, it's not about making things complicated, but rather deconstructurize it and make it simple so even kids can understand it. That's how you utilize your wisdom. And this is going to pay off in 5 years from now. And this is being definitely recognized by your angels. So believe in yourself, because I feel that in 5 years from now, if you're going to be free and opening yourself up to the infinite possibilities of the universe, your life is going to get transformed. It's just that you're not able to see it clearly with the moon card in the present moment. With the wisdom card, this card states, if you are always addicted to the process of becoming, hear me out on this one, there are storms on your horizon, right? This is because if suddenly there is nothing left to become, you are filled with terror. Suddenly you are face to face with your own empty being. Find the sacred space, a sanctuary of pleasant stillness in your heart. To know that you're truly alone is the first step on the long journey to self-discovery and the path of power. The final step is to learn that you are linked with the universe, that you have already become part of everything and already live in all the lodges of the universe. This is wisdom. Your wisdom, it's not about, oh, I'm bored and I want to get excited. What do I become next? Or when I get there and only when I get to these results, that is when I'm going to allow myself to be happy. Really not, because then after you arrive to that point in 5 years from now, you're going to be like, but what next? But rather, if you open yourself, if you free yourself from these limited beliefs and understand that you just are, you're just being an incredible expression of source, then life can be fulfilled through you in each and every day. And in 5 years from now, there's so many travel and so many good opportunities and potentially creative writing coming true for you. Just open yourself up to your guardian angels and to the infinite possibilities of the universe. Don't try to fit. Be. Just be. Love just is. Like my book. Just be, and you will see that in 5 years from now, the ways of the spirit are going to lead you to the star, are going to lead you exactly where you need to be. This is what I hear from you, group number 4, Black Tourmaline. I hope you guys resonate with this reading. Comment down below to share your stories, and share, like, and subscribe if you guys are new or like this video. And thank you so much for choosing me as your reader today. Thank you. All right, you guys, thank you so much again for being here in another of my Pico card. Subscribe to this channel to have more videos and everything that I upload over here. Thank you so much for sticking around, and keep it in mind, you're never ever wrong if you follow love. Thank you, and see you on the next one. Bye.